We're all
live?
here.
Are we live? We're all here.
Yep. We're all here.
It's exciting to be together. Yeah.
Doesn't happen very
Everybody.
often.
No.
I am muting in the other. There we go. Because I have a bunch of these open. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to BlogChat. This is the one time during the year where we're like, hey, guess what? We have something to sell. So here we are. Tonight, we're going to ask all of you that haven't already considered taking a workshop with us to go through the huge menu of opportunity that we have for the Season 6 workshop. Now, why do we say Season 6? This is our 6th year of offering workshops. And boy, does that feel amazing. So, wow. Look at all those nods. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. So here we are, another monumental event. All of us on the same stream at the same time. I'm going to just quickly share the screen. I'm going to say to all of you who are watching live, thanks for being here. If you haven't subscribed already, we'd love it. Eunice is there and saying hello already. Thanks for always being there.
Hey, Eunice.
We appreciate you.
Julianne Koza, looking forward to tonight and next year as well.
And Jen.
Thanks, Jen. Great.
Hey, Jen. Glad to have you with us.
All right. And I forgot that my name is not National Parks at Night. My name is Matt Hill. I just changed my name in case none of you knew me. So, Chris, I'm going to put you on the spot for a second. Do you mind walking us through? I think we made some further adjustments and expansions or refinements of the kinds of workshops we're running this year. Do you mind walking us through those?
You said Chris, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've always done, for the Passport series, we've always done 5 national parks, and we had been planning 5 for next year, and then we had to postpone 3 of our Passport workshops from this year to next year, and we were meeting about it, and we were like, we're kind of disappointed that we're not going to do all the parks we wanted to. And I don't remember who it was, but somebody just said, well, why don't we just do them all? So that's what we decided to do. We're doing the ones that we had to postpone from this year and all the ones that we wanted to for next year anyway. We figured we're national parks at night, so let's do the national parks, right? So what are we doing? 8 parks, 9, and then throw in Acadia too. And that's the other change is the skills series. We've added a new kind of workshop to the skill series, and that's the Photopills. We're going to spend a whole week. We're doing it twice, once in Joshua Tree, once in Acadia, a whole week teaching how to use this great app to make your night photography better. So those are the 2 big changes I think we've got going on for next year.
Kicking it off right at the top, we have Easter Island. And look at this, folks. This is the chance of a lifetime. We have 2 spots left. And I'm going to hand it over to Lance to talk to us about Easter Island.
All right. So this one has actually been on the books from season 5, and it has not been postponed. It's always been scheduled to run in late January of 2021. It's our 2nd time there. Tim and I went last year, and it was kind of everything that we had hoped it would be, and just epic. Amazing. Yeah, truly to be able to get the access to these, the moai, these ancient statues and sculptures that we'd all seen daytime shots of, but never any night shots. And it was, I was just about to give up on trying to pull off a night photography trip to Easter Island when, just came across a tour guide at the last minute who said he could get access. We started up a conversation, had hit it off. And then when we went there, he was awesome. He was great. He was excited to do more. So we're going back again. And, we've had a couple of people drop out. They're concerned about travel. But, at this point, the trip is still on. We're going to see what happens with the virus situation. and hopefully we'll be able to go. We've like Matt said, we've got 2 spots left in this trip, and I'm gonna throw a little spoiler alert in there right now that if this trip does get we can't go in January, we're going to push it ahead a year, and we will do it in February of 22. So either way, it's either going to be we're going. Yeah.
And there's like there's been 0 cases in Easter Island, if like one of the only places that hasn't had a case, if memory serves me right.
But you got to go through Santiago, Chile to get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So right now, it's closed, and they have not had tourists from anywhere on Easter Island since I'm not sure if it's March or April, but if things improve and they open back up, we're going. You and me, Gabe, and again, like I said, if we have to postpone it, we already have secured dates for February of 22.
Awesome.
So
And this is end
definitely
of
looking back.
January into the beginning of February next year, right?
Right.
Awesome. All right. Well, I was going to ask you what's so special about Easter Island, but I think we already figured it out.
Yes, indeed.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's just a remarkable place, and there's really nowhere else like it on Earth.
Yeah.
And more than half the island is a national park, so it's kind of hard not to spend time in the national park there.
Amazing.
Anyway, what's up next? I know we've got a lot of trips and workshops to get through.
Next up, we have Tim with the PPI San Francisco.
Yeah, a ton of fun. Lance and I both love, and a lot of us love shooting. Gabriel loves shooting in San Francisco. So this has been this is a good opportunity to kind of merge shooting in San Francisco along with learning Photoshop and Lightroom in a very, very strong way, meaning that we will be spending most days, almost all day, in the meeting room learning Photoshop and Lightroom. And what that's going to do is allow us to really dive deep and really understand how our post-processing affects our imagery. It's such an important part. And, especially with night photography, even more so than day photography. So we're just really looking forward to a deep dive during the day into the post-processing, and then getting a couple nights to head around the city, the bridge, the headlands, and make some nice shots. We've run this post-processing intensive before. We've got a really good response. People enjoy it. It's nice being able to go home and have a really good handle on both Lightroom and Photoshop, and knowing that the work you produce afterwards is going to be significantly better than what you've done before. So yeah,
and to do it in a pretty spectacular location too, right?
Yeah, fabulous. I mean, I love shooting in the headlands.
And more restaurants per capita than anywhere else in the country.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a real foodie city for sure.
Well, I look forward to getting back to Marin Joe's, getting one of those grill-fired steaks. Oh.
Awesome. There's 2 spots left, and this is end of February in 2021. So it's a good time to sign up, folks. All right. I think you're still on, Tim, for the next one. Oh. Yes, you are. Zion, baby. What's so special about the Zion trip? Why are we going back to Zion?
Well, because that's what everybody voted for. So in making the decision that we'll revisit one park every year, in the beginning it was we just wanted to get through all the parks right away, but some of them are just so beautiful. It's terrible not to go back. And so we've decided to put out the vote, and each year we'll be choosing one park to revisit. And this year was Zion National Park, which is great for me because it's one of my favorite parks, period. It's one of the big 2 when I first started into photography that I visited very often, Glacier and Yosemite, year after year after year for over 25 years. And so I'm really intimate with the parks and I love them. So I'm really excited going back to Zion. I mean, just the clear skies and the red rock and ghost towns. And it's got everything you could possibly want, from a park. And plus it's a great time of year, spring in the desert. It's awesome.
Right. So this is Tim and Chris, and right now it says sold out and join the wait list. And I just want to take a moment to say, if you see anything on our website that says sold out, join the wait list, we suggest that you do that. Why? Because inevitably people drop out, and when we go to talk to people on the wait list, their lives are different at the time that we contact them when we find out that there's a vacancy. So we sometimes burn through the wait list pretty quick, and then we have to make it public again. So if you really are serious about wanting to go to one of these workshops, please do yourself a favor, get your name on the wait list so you get contacted before anybody else or before we go public again. So if you want to go to Zion, put your name in on that wait list.
Right. We've just announced these trips. So the wait lists on, there are a couple of people on wait lists, but they're short. You'll be in the top 5 on just about all of them right now if you sign up now.
Yep. Oh, wow. And the next one we have is a first run, and it's Everglades. Chris,
Everglades. I'm looking forward to this one. It's always been one of my favorite parks. It's so raw and primal. I mean, everything from just the way the landscape looks to the things that live there. You get the alligators and snakes and turtles. I mean, the place is just, it's practically prehistoric. It's such a cool spot. And I'm really looking forward to bringing a group there.
do you have a good alligator story?
Yeah. So I was on the Anhinga Trail one morning shooting sunrise. I was waiting to shoot sunrise. I got there, early. And I'm just sitting there enjoying the quiet. And like right before the sun comes up, it couldn't have been more than 6 feet away from me. I just hear this. If you've ever heard an alligator noise, it's a primal noise. It's like this guttural growl, like this internal growl. And I just heard that from just off to the side of me. And then I heard another one over here and another one over there. And it was like this chorus of them. I was surrounded by alligators and didn't even know. Fortunately, I was up on a boardwalk trail or I would have been a little more freaked out. But honestly, it was such a cool, natural wildlife experience.
That sounds amazing. I would like to go. Maybe I'll drop in on you guys, but
yeah, come on down.
I have to put my name on the wait list. This one sold out.
Yeah, Chris sat in on on Tim and our Biscayne trip, so I think we are obligated to make a surprise little visit to the Everglades.
That's right. With our alligator calls.
I've got a full on alligator costume.
Bring your cedar knit.
I believe you do. I believe you do.
Is it topped with an alligator skin fedora?
I've got yes, right, or the boots.
Next up, we have Washington D.C. Our first photo tour in Washington D.C.
Yeah,
Tim, I've seen the photographs. I'm blown away.
We're seeing the spreadsheet right now, Matt.
Yeah, we got
Oh, really? That one?
Yeah,
that's
kind of embarrassing.
That's not the pretty version. That we have a much prettier version.
Well, I like the pictures better, so I'm going to show you guys the pictures. Okay. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, DC. I lived there for several years, and it was quite a culture shock actually moving there from Montana. After decades in Montana, moving to DC, the big city. But it was wonderful. It was such a photographic adventure for me, because I really like urban night photography quite a bit. And DC is just the amount of different types of architecture and the history that revolves around it, and the museums and the fountains and the statues. It's just an incredible place to go, not only for its history, but for its absolute beauty. Yeah. You just saw a picture from the underground subway. It's like even being down in the subway is a ton of fun to shoot. It's just crazy. And so this is a photo tour. So we're going to spend no time in the classroom on this one. And we're going to just be simply wandering the city and photographing the sites and the visiting museums and all the memorials and maybe not all the memorials, but plenty of memorials and cool buildings at night. And it's going to be a great great mix between architectural and street photography and night photography. Then it's going to be grand. It's going to be beautiful, beautiful spring weather there. Yeah.
So this is going to happen April 22nd through 27th.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some spots open for this.
Yeah, I think 2 or something, or 3, something like that.
Not too many.
So not too many left.
Right.
But
I just want to take a moment to say thanks to everyone who made a really strong showing during our release this year. It's obvious that we'd all like to be doing things that we're not doing at present. And the fact that you choose to want to do them with us makes us feel really, really wonderful. So thank you. So no matter what you choose, it's going to be a good choice. Oh, Gabe, I think you're up next with Joshua Tree.
You and me there, Matt. Was
Yeah.
very excited that we were supposed to do this one this year. This was one of the, unfortunately, the first ones that we had to pivot on. And we've been really fortunate. This will be my third experience teaching a workshop at Joshua Tree, one of my favorite locations, one of the best national parks for night photography and daytime photography. Such a surreal playground. Julianne Koza knows this very well. Eunice has played there a ton as well. Very excited to have Eunice on our first workshop with us at this one. So that'll be very exciting. But again, this is a nightscaper's dream come true. So we're really, really excited. We've got a lot of we've got a lot of locations that are not accessible if you were just to go and visit the park at night yourself. A lot of times you're limited to the campgrounds and certain areas, but we work really closely with the park, and they get us secret access to some really fun areas. And it really is a Dr. Zeus playground, and looking forward to sharing it with you guys.
Awesome. And this is May 2nd through 7th of 2021. All right.
And then back it right up. We're doing back to back.
Back to back to back. If you want to stay 2 weeks in a row, Chris gets to talk to us a little bit more in depth about his idea of the expansion of our skills series for the Photopills Bootcamp. Chris, take it away.
Yeah, so Photopills is something that we talk about all the time. We cover a little bit of it on every workshop because everybody's always asking about it. It's such a powerful app, but it's so powerful that it's not easy to use. Some parts of it, there's a learning curve, right? To put it a better way. And so, we had this idea this winter, and it just seemed, from the moment we talked about it, it just seemed like such an obvious thing for us to do. It gets us back into a couple of these great parks, but in a completely different way. So we're just going to spend, some classroom time every day going over, a couple of new pills each day, and digging deep on how to use them, and then going out into the field in daylight to do daylight scouting, use Photopills and scout our shot for that night, whether it's going to be sunset, moonrise, Milky Way, what have you, whatever Photopills let us do at that time of year in that particular place. We're going to scout it, then we'll grab something to eat. We'll be back out in the field and we'll shoot exactly what we scouted that afternoon. We'll do that for 5 days and 5 nights and really learn everything that Photopills can do for us.
Another course I want to audit.
Come on.
Amazing. Yeah. I guess I'll stay the week after. That's fantastic. All right. Next up, we have Scotland, and that would be Lance.
Yes, it would. Yep. So Orkney Islands, this is another one that is unfortunately rescheduled from this year. We weren't able to go this May. And this basically, as soon as it became apparent that it was going to be rescheduled, I pushed it, got the dates, secured the dates. It's one of my favorite places anywhere on the planet. Orkney is just so unique and so special, primarily because of the World Heritage Site that is the centerpiece of the Neolithic landscape on Orkney. There are these standing stones, chambered burial tombs, and stone rings and cairns, all kinds of 5,000-year-old Neolithic monuments that are ever present in the Orcadian landscape. So it's a really interesting island culture in that they are a combination of Celtic and Viking or Nordic cultures merging together. It's off the north coast of Scotland, in between Denmark and Norway and Scotland. So it's got that cross-cultural thing there. But unlike most island cultures, they're really progressive thinking. They're cosmopolitan. They're tuned into the rest of the world, which makes the culture very vibrant and lively. A lot of times you go to an island and they're very insular and very conservative and very traditional. Orcadians have their traditions, and they're proud of who they are and where they come from, but they also really look out to the rest of the world and they want to be involved. So both culturally and the landscape are magnificent and really wonderful to experience. So
Sounds beautiful. Are you going to be there during Simmer Dim?
we are. Simmer Dim is what they call the endless twilight of high summer in the northern latitudes there. So it never gets completely dark, but we have about, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours of nautical and astronomical twilight, which is just perfect for light painting the standing stones and also for balancing the sky and the streetlights in the villages, the little fishing villages of Orkney. So,
Beautiful. This is on May 23rd through 30th of 2021. So it is currently sold out, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't get on the wait list. So on the heels of that, we have another one that, am I still muted? There we go. On the heels of that, we have another one that you're hosting, Lance, and that would be
oh, that's right, Mono Lake and Bodie. So if you've been following us for a while, you are no doubt aware we've done a couple of different Eastern Sierra workshops. Up till now, we've been concentrating on the southern end of the Sierra Nevada range, and this time going up towards the northern end, not quite as far as Reno, but basically at the intersection of the magnificent Highway 395 and 120, which is the eastern entrance to Yosemite National Park. And right there at that intersection is Mono Lake, where this shot we're looking at right now is some of the tufa towers that were formed underneath of the previously much larger and deeper lake and were exposed when the lake was drained basically to feed Los Angeles's thirst back in the 1930s and 40s. But it made for this amazing otherworldly landscape that you get to see there. Also, Bodie Ghost Town, probably the best ghost town anywhere in the country. We will have 2 nights photographing at Bodie, which is a special treat for just about anybody. And then we'll also do 1 night up in the High Sierra, up on Tioga Pass of Yosemite National Park. So
I have to say it's a badge of honor to shoot in these locations as a night photographer. You know, those are all classic night photography locations that you need to have experienced. And I hope you are making patches or badges or something for them, maybe a sash or something, because that is like a
yeah. Well, it's again one of my favorite places. I've been going there since 1990. Let's see, when I do my first workshop there in 2003, I think. But I've been photographing there since 1990, and always look forward to going back.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Oh,
So
and we'll be one last thing. We're going to be there. Just at the right time to do Milky Way panoramas over both the lake and over Bodie. So,
and that Milky Way pano over Bodie yeah.
so that'll be a highlight of those trips.
Awesome.
Those locations.
This is June 13th through 18th of 2021. It is sold out, but again, think about that wait list.
I'm getting on the wait list.
Yes.
Gabe, you and I already got there a long time ago.
We shot there a long time ago. We did, and that's why I kind of let someone else. But now I'm having regrets. We have to. We'll end this, guys. We got to end this with which workshop would we crash?
Okay. I think I made it pretty clear so far. Well, let's talk about Shenandoah.
Yeah. This is this is the national park that I've actually been spending the most time in lately. And I was, we postponed it temporarily from this June to now to what was supposed to be actually there now, Tim and I. And it's now back to the June slot, and we're very excited to bring it to you guys. This is really a special place. I got a taste of it when Chris and I did the Blue Ridge Parkway. I was like, well, I'm going to go to Shenandoah beforehand because I might have gone there as a kid, but I really hadn't experienced it as a more mature human being. And I was just blown away, and I'm really excited. Very special, very unique. It's got the road, it's got the outlooks. We're going to do some hikes. We're going to explore Harper's Ferry. We're going to go to the Luray Caverns. I love that shot of Harper's Ferry right there. That was just on a recent adventure there, and I just love. We're going to have a little bit of a town that we're going to go explore as well, and then we might go get a taste of the Blue Ridge Parkway too. But it's a very regional road trip adventure workshop. We will have a couple days of classroom time, but it's really just full immersion into a park. And those are the kind of workshops that I personally love, and a lot of daytime and nighttime photography as well. So join us in Shenandoah.
June 26th through July 2nd, 2021. It looks like a good one. So you and Tim are going to have a lot of fun.
That's right.
And they're pretty close on the heels of that. We have the Blue Ridge Parkway.
You could actually do them back to back.
Could you?
We have one person doing that.
Yep. Thank you, Tommy Thompson.
Yep.
Tommy loves those double headers.
I was just in this spot last night where this photo is. The photo is not from last night. It's from a few years ago. But
you're on the other side of the road.
It was on the other side of the road, yeah. But I have a brand new photo from right in this spot with some star trails up top. And then from the other side of the road, I had the Milky Way. It was great. Yeah, I love the Parkway. I live about an hour and a half from it, so I can get up there a lot, and I do. We did a workshop there in 2018, and we always knew we'd go back. It's just such a cool place to shoot. It's 469 miles long, and there's so much to shoot there. I mean, there's like barns, and there's the road itself, and there's the overlooks with the cascading mountains and tunnels and farms and vineyards, and it's historic structures. It's just, I mean, you just don't run out of stuff. Right here, this is this old abandoned resort. We'll be shooting this spot on the workshop this time. We didn't do it a few years ago. I just love the Parkway. And this is similar to Shenandoah, and this is going to be a road trip. This is a night photography road trip where we're going to be, we'll stay in one spot for like 2 nights. We'll make day trips. We're going to be driving to the next town every 2 days and stopping and doing things together. There's so much to see along the way. It's going to be, diving into the culture of the area, the Appalachians, and this is it's a ton of fun. So I'm really excited to be doing this trip again, and it's going to be different. I said to Gabe when we did the workshop a few years ago that we could do a workshop on the Blue Ridge Parkway 10 times and not shoot the same stuff, because it's just that diverse and it's that big.
Amazing.
So looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Come on with us.
Yes. Road trip workshops are trending.
All right.
This one's even patriotic. It starts on July 4th and ends on July 10th.
Yeah, I keep telling Lance we're going to start the workshop by shooting fireworks. Firework photography.
And I would say
my favorite.
There's a good chance that I would think that Chris and Lance might be at a Shenandoah day, and Gabe and Tim might be at a Blue Ridge Parkway day. So that could be a nice mashup.
Yeah. Matt, you're gonna have to come down.
it looks like I'm not going to, do anything but tour the country next year. Things could be
Doesn't
worse
sound
than that,
bad.
right? Yeah.
we gotta make up.
Now tell me, Chris, what's the difference between the other PPI workshop and the one that you guys are doing in Seattle?
Well, one is San Francisco in the winter, and this one's Seattle in the summer. If you want to go to Seattle, this is such a beautiful time of year to do it. We're going to be based at a hotel on the waterfront. We're going to be learning post-processing during the day, Lightroom and Photoshop for 6 days. That's full days in the classroom. And then at least a couple of those nights, we're going to get out and shoot. Down near the waterfront, we're going to be in a gorgeous area for some urban night photography. I love Seattle. I love the vibe there. This is going to be a fun one too.
Awesome. And then I know we have a visitor.
Yes, we do.
We have the American.
Go ahead, wave hi. She is watching us on TV. On YouTube.
Are you making a video? Because I want to know what you're talking about.
Yes, go watch it.
Where is it?
Get on the wait list.
North Cascades.
North Cascades is this is one of my favorite parks. Beautiful alpine scenery. The nickname of the park is the American Alps, and you can see why. The mountains are stunning there, but there's so much more too. I mean, this is an old orchard up in part of the park,
Yes!
and this is all up in the Stehekin area, which requires a ferry ride to get to up on the lake. So this is another one. I wouldn't call this one a road trip, but we are moving from place to place. We're going to have 3 different bases during the workshop. It's just such a pretty place. The air is clear, and the mountains are beautiful, and the streams and the waterfalls, and there's just so much to love about this park. And the funny thing is, there's 3 national parks in Washington, and Olympic and Mount Rainier are 2 of the most visited in the park system. And North Cascades, which is the same distance from Seattle, is one of the least visited, it's just such a weird thing because it's such a beautiful place.
This is August 8th through 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Get on the wait list for that one. This is a do not miss workshop. Wow. All right. Next up, I guess I have to call on myself. We're going to Badlands, folks. We're going. It's sold out. I'm going to show you some pictures. We pushed off from this year for lots of obvious reasons. There were a lot of people congregating nearby during that time, and we decided it was safer not to be nearby when there's so many people congregating. So, but the opportunity here is lots of stars and Milky Way, and then incredible weather and the Badlands. This beautiful sedimentary layers laid out for you, and hopefully we get the lush verdant greenery that Chris and I had when we went there. Otherwise, you've got big sky and alien landscapes, and it's just going to be extraordinary. It's another world, and we're going there specifically to shoot the Perseids. So we will be working with a specific goal of everybody doing their very best to shoot the meteor shower radiant if they want to, or just the meteor shower. And then we have a lot of other dark sky Milky Way during that workshop. So if this is interesting to you, hop on the wait list. It's going to be a blast. Oh, and this one, I almost got to go on this next one. You're up again, Lance. This is Sequoia.
Right, Sequoia National Park in the southern end of California's Sierra Nevada. Chris and I, a couple years ago, we did Redwood National Park in Northern California with the coastal redwoods, and this time it's the giant sequoia, which are more massive, but not quite as tall. But they are amazing, amazing trees, and we will be amidst them under dark skies and photographing the Milky Way. This is an August trip, so it's summertime, and there you get a sense of how big these trees are. Incredible. It's right next to Kings Canyon National Park as well, which has, that's Kings Canyon right there. This dramatic across the range views, really spectacular mountain landscape combined with some of the oldest and largest trees on the planet. So really looking forward to that one. Oh, and this one, we're going to be there our workshop starts just after the park's Dark Sky Festival, which we will be presenting at as well. So you people taking this workshop can come a couple of days early, and I think they have about 700 people in attendance for their Dark Sky Festival, and then be a much more smaller and intimate group, of course, for our workshop right afterwards.
Beautiful. This is August 29th through September 3rd in 2021. We have some seats open for this, and I don't understand why. Wow. After seeing those pictures, I'm signing up. Next up, Tim, Sedona.
Ooh, yeah, Sedona. Sedona's great. What's that?
Have you ever been there?
I have, yeah. I've got a bunch of workshops there, and I love that. I love the desert Southwest for sure. Zion and all these great places. Sedona is just a little different. I've never seen hills or mountains that are so red. It's just this awesome color, and whether it's at dusk or at night, they glow with some of the city light, and Sedona itself is actually a dark sky community. They've got that designation. So it's still really dark, but the light level's just enough to illuminate the close mountains. And we're going to be there in peak Milky Way season. And it's going to be a Milky Way intensive, so we're just going to be really working on shooting that, talking about photopills and stacking and starry landscape stacker. And it's going to be, really getting just a lot of access to the Milky Way. Plus, it's a great time of year, great season. It's, I think, over Labor Day of next year. And it's going to be great. Sedona's a wonderful community, great food. Everything's nearby. It's all good.
What are these? I see pictures of like abandoned buildings, and that piqued my interest because I do not know of. We all think of the buttes of Sedona.
Mm-hmm. That's a little town that's about half an hour, 40 minutes south, called Jerome, and it's just a great little art town. It's an old mining town, and so there's it's. I don't know what the dates are, but, late 1800s, early 1900s, a lot of the buildings are still the same. There's some junkyards nearby there we might explore. And it's really cool.
Well, glad I'm signed up.
September 5th through 10th of 2021 for Sedona, folks. Grab your ticket while you can. Lance, you're up next with this amazing adventure, the East Greenland schooner. Where'd you come up with this idea?
Well, just wanted to go someplace new and someplace different, and a lot of our people have been asking for a little bit more adventurous trips where we're doing something a little bit different, and it's different, isn't it? We're gonna be living on board this Danish-built sailing vessel for a little more than a week, with a couple of nights in Reykjavik on either end of the trip, and going along the east coast of Greenland, which is generally the part that's less traveled. Most people going to Greenland go around on the west side, but this. Unfortunately, this is one that's been rescheduled as well, so it's currently full, and I'm not sure if there are going to be any spots opening up for that, because everybody on this trip is so enthusiastic about going. It's not for everybody because it's tight quarters living on a sailboat for a week, but we're only basically traveling, eating, and sleeping there. The rest, we're going to be able to go ashore anytime we want, day or night, for photography. But what I want to say about this one is that this is not a one-off. This is a starting point for a lot of similar adventures. Right now, I'm working on at least 2 other trips based on either this boat or its sister ship for years in the future. So look for more of that if you don't get to go on this one, but it sounds exciting.
Awesome. This is September 16th through 26th of 2021. And hey, if you're curious, put your name on the wait list anyway. You never know.
Yeah.
Gabe, I'm so glad you said that because you're up next.
Yeah, I am.
You're at America's newest national park, New York City.
Matt, you and I, it's
Yes.
like 1-2 punch, you and I next year, Joshua Tree and New York City. You couldn't pick 2 different ones. But I have to say, I was thinking about this the other day. And last year, I was able to share San Francisco, where I was born, my home away from home. But now I've lived in New York for just about 20 years. And I just feel it's so amazing to now be able to kind of back-to-back share my new home with people. And this is a workshop that sold out fairly quickly, but still has a pretty not that long wait list. So if you are interested, sign up, Levon. We actually do have a lot of people, actually for local people coming for this, and that's the best way to do it. Any of the New Yorkers who want to rent their places out or Airbnb to any of the people coming in too. That's a good one. But Matt, you and I have had so many wonderful nights. And we're going to get back into practice.
Wait, I got to go back. This image right here was the first time we shot together.
That's right. The 69th Street Transfer Bridge, which that's not many people shoot that. Not many people know about that location. So we've got, we'll do the classics. We'll do the iconic locations, but we're also going to take you to a lot of cool secret spots. And we're also going to explore a lot of the national park units. There's 11 national park units that are in sort of lower Manhattan and then spread out a little bit around it. And we're going to visit, there's one right there. And we're exactly, so we're going to explore those. This will be a day and night adventure. And then there's this killer add-on of Bannerman Island or Bannerman Castle that's on Palapel Island. And we'll do an overnight adventure there. So really, really fun, very exciting, and looking forward to sharing this with you guys.
There's a lot of pictures in there. I guess New York's pretty photogenic, huh? Well,
we've been shooting it for a while, so and it's amazing because each one of us has also led a photo walk in New York. So this is a place we all know, and I'm a little surprised that it took us this long to offer a workshop in our backyard, but I'm so glad we're doing it, and hopefully it's something we can also share a few more times.
Well, we were trying to stick to the mission of let's get to every single park we can, and that's what we were trying to do. Let's stick to this, but we have to listen to the customers too.
And how have we not clicked off some of these NPS units on our own?
Exactly. We did Fire Island. Right?
Know your backyard.
Yes. No, you don't. I'm looking forward to doing Bannerman again with you. That's
Yes.
Yep. All right. And now we have the second Photopills Bootcamp. Chris, you're doing this in. Oh wait, it's not Chris. Who's leading this one? Chris is leading this one too.
Yep.
Look at that. All right. Good. So this one's in Acadia.
Yeah. Well, when we first talked about this Photopills idea, I thought Acadia was a perfect place to do it because it's one of the smallest national parks, but for photography, it's incredibly diverse. There's so much there to shoot, so many different kinds of things. And the other thing I really like about it for Photopills is, I mentioned before, we're going to learn about a pill during the day, and then we're going to go out and use it to scout a photo and then grab some dinner and then go back out and shoot. This is such a great place to do it because Bar Harbor is in driving distance of almost everything in the park. So we really can do that every day. We can go scout something and then drive 15 minutes, grab some dinner and come back out and shoot at night. And it's just such a pretty park. We're going to be there in arguably the best season to shoot Acadia. It'll be early October. It's not quite foliage season yet, but we'll probably see a little bit. Looking forward to clear skies, knock on wood, and beautiful weather, good food, get some lobster, learn photopills. Yeah. And still we'll still get Milky Way that time of year too.
Nice. I'm so excited about these new skill series. Thanks for bringing them, Chris.
It's gonna be good.
Tim, Yosemite, huh?
Where am I going? Oh, yeah.
Yosemite.
Yeah, Yosemite.
Say it.
I have a funny story about this, and I think this is on the write-up in the page, but it's so important because, I kind of grew up, idolizing Ansel Adams and John Sexton, all these photographers that came out of Yosemite. And I always thought, oh, you know what? Everything's been shot in that park. It's all the same. And oh God, when I got there for the first time, I was like, this place is so magnificent. You could just spend years exploring. There's so much. I mean, you've got all the beautiful views that we've seen before, which are amazing to reshoot, but so much more. It's just so incredibly interesting. I love it. I love the park, and we're going to be going during a great time of year. Early autumn, or autumn is lovely there. I've been there and shot there in autumn before, and everything is. It's one of those places where everything's really close, no super long drives, and it's just going to be fabulous. I think at this point it's sold out, but it's really wise to get on the wait list. Something always comes up. Somebody. Some emergency, they've got to drop. It's it's not uncommon at all to dip into the wait list, and so get on that wait list because Yosemite's epic. It's just one of the epic parks. We got to see.
Right, and this is October 24th through 29th of 2021, and this is the first of 2 Yosemite workshops we plan on holding, right?
That's right. Yeah. Like Yellowstone, the park is just too big to, to shoot in one workshop. And so we're splitting this one up. So this is going to be Yosemite Valley, and its environs. And then Lance, you're doing the high country, I believe, and you're muted right now. But I think you're doing the high country either next year or the year after or somewhere in the future, right?
It's been discussed. Yeah. So, it's about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive, much closer to where we're going to be, where Chris and I will be in June for the Mono Lake and Bodie workshop. And in fact, we'll probably stay in the same town of Lee Vining on just outside the park when we go back and do the High Sierra. So yeah, pretty different. Still you get to see Half Dome from the other side when you go and do
Back Dome.
What's it look like?
Well, if you just kind of turn it over and
right.
Yeah.
It's like if you look at the back of Thanos's head.
There you go.
But boy, we're full of spoiler alerts tonight, huh? Wow.
Oh boy,
yeah.
yeah.
I want people to understand, like, you can't shoot all of Yosemite in one workshop. Get on that wait list, but guess what? We're gonna go back to it some other time anyway. So, but here's a new one. Lance, why don't you talk about our other New York workshop?
That's right. Yes, and it's not a national anything, other than maybe a national treasure because it's such a historic place. And it's actually this Sleepy Hollow Cemetery holds a pretty special memory and place for me because this is the place where I first met Matt.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah, all these years ago. I've done, I think it was 2010 or 11. I got an email to asking if I wanted to do a workshop in Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. Yes, of course I do. And have done it a half a dozen times since then. And every single time Matt's been there with his battery powered strobes lighting up the Headless Horseman when he should ever appear. So,
oh yeah.
I'm doing this one with Chris, but I think it's a pretty sure thing that Matt's going to make an appearance along with this guy with the pumpkin too, right?
Oh no, I got to.
I'll probably be there. 2.
Okay.
Just you'll have to guess what tombstone I'm behind.
Oh, okay. If you must.
That's
Come
okay.
on.
Yeah,
Jim
it's an
reminded
easy
me.
one to crash. But hey, speaking of spoiler alerts, we might be doing some other cemeteries around the New York area, right?
We're in talks. We're in discussions. So yeah, this one, Sleepy Hollow, was actually one of the first ones to sell out. I think a lot of people, again, we've got a lot of New York friends. It's also a short one, a 3-day workshop. So maybe people can fit into their schedule more. But yes, it's something that we have. It's funny. We have done these in the past. And it's time to kind of revisit them because there's a lot of our friends and family here that haven't been able to experience it. So we love photographing in these historic cemeteries, and that might be even a new kind of series that you might see coming up.
What do we call it though? The spooky series?
The spooky series. Yeah, we'll have to run it by Chris. But he's laughing at the spooky series.
Well, we have actually, if we could do the haunted series, and we have ghost towns and graveyards.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
We'll work on it.
There's a book there somewhere.
Oh, you know that, you guys. You're letting an awful lot spill tonight.
Well, they won't remember by next year.
It's not like we're recording this or anything.
Hopefully lucky if we remember it by next year.
We'll have to watch this video.
So that one rounds out the year at November 12th through 14th. And that's the end of 2021, but that's not the end of the opportunities that we have. Next up, we have a place that I believe is near and dear to Gabe's heart, and I'm going to try and pronounce it correctly. Is it Lofoten?
You know, that's what Chris calls it. And, you know, Chris usually says that things better than I do. I usually slaughter names. But, I think most Americans call it Lofoten. But that's Lofoten is the proper pronunciation. And boy, is this, however you say it, you got to go. You got to experience it because it is just amazing. You know, it's people have called it the new Iceland. But it's just, I don't know. It's got this snow globe mentality. We go there during the winter, so you'll see these just epic mountain islands, and we drive at the base of them, and there's beautiful beaches and these quaint little villages of the Rorbers, those little red little fishing huts that are now, most of them are turned into, those are the hotels you stay at now. And it is such a rugged and just epic location to photograph. And we had a challenging time this year. We had a lot of weather. We had a lot of snow, but in the end, everyone loved it and no one wanted to come home. People were like, well, we didn't want to come home to COVID, but we felt Lofoten was the safest place in the world.
Yeah, we almost couldn't come home.
And we almost could come home, but we're really excited to go back here. And this is someplace I could go back every year. I loved it. We have a great relationship with the hotel or the Robur place. They're wonderful. And the auroras, right? Don't forget, you'll see the auroras, but a wonderful day and night adventure and magic happening around every bend.
Amazing. Talk's gotta hay. So this is, let's see what the date is, March 18th through 26th of 2022. It's a good time to make your plans.
Yeah. It's that one, I think is it live, but I think one spot is available on that.
Yes.
Yeah, it just opened up today.
One spot is available.
I'll take it.
You're going to.
That's right. I'm already gone.
It goes to show you about the wait list. This workshop has been sold out for a week, and a spot opened up just today, and there's nobody on the wait list, so it's public again. If somebody wanted to go and they were on the wait list, they'd have that ticket right now.
Exactly.
And we have our final offering, and this is Barcelona. Tim, I know you're.
It's funny when you pop that up. I saw the the tagline for that, which I had forgotten about. But the city that lives and breathes art, and I've never been in a place that's more so. It's not only a gorgeous city, but it does live and breathe art, from the way people dress to the meals they serve to every bit of architecture, whether it's modern, or semi-modern Gaudi to to the Gothic Quarter. It's just amazing. It is so beautiful, and it's we find that when we go to certain places, we always become inspired to photograph, and I think that's what gets us to the national parks and to these great places. And the moment you get into Barcelona, just the very air, the atmosphere, just it just sparks this inside you, and you get excited. So being able to walk around there both day and night. This is also going to be a tour, so we'll see some of the major highlights that everybody wants to go to and check out. But then we'll be wandering the Gothic Quarter at night and looking out over the city. It's simply amazing. It's got to be one of the prettiest cities in Europe for sure.
Thanks for that. That one is September 4th through 9th, 2022. It is very forward looking. However, it's going to be an amazing photo tour. So, I'm trying to budget all of the ones that I'm going to crash now. I really need to start a savings plan for this.
Right.
I need to reiterate, I'm really grateful for everyone who said, "Hey, we want to do something with you." We really appreciate it. We know that it's really nice to have something to look forward to. I think we're looking forward to it just as much as you are.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big relief to go do the thing we love in the places we love to do it. So
Indeed.
keep your fingers
And
crossed.
to not have to wear a mask.
Right.
That day's coming.
That's not here yet, but soon.
Don't know when it's going to be, but it's coming.
Yeah.
I would ask people on there, where do you want to go next? Is it one of the places that we picked? Is there another location that is kind of on your wish list? And whether it's something close by that I think it's the closer locations might be obviously a little bit accessible until the world works its way out of this. But what places are you guys looking forward to? Drop that in the chat. Who knows? We might be planning them. Maybe we'll join you. Maybe we'll crash your party. And any other questions about this, let us know. We'd love to continue the conversation.
Right. That's funny, Tim. Thank you for your
Absolutely. Hey, just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there.
You wrote about that for your blog.
Yeah. Well, I actually just was watching The Hobbit last night too, so I got excited again about all the,
you got to find all. You got to find all your lost exposures.
Oof.
That was a conversation killer. Wow. Okay. Well, it's for all of you who are watching this now and have participated in the chat. We really appreciate it. Keep the comments coming. We really love it. If you are watching this on replay, drop it down in the comments section below for more great content. Most of 99% of what we put out on YouTube is educational, not promotional. You just might have caught us on this one night where we have this big announcement every year. Like, here's the places that we're going. But please do subscribe to be able to know about all the other free education that we offer, because we love sharing and we love learning. So
it's where I've learned everything.
Yeah.
I just read our blog posts. Everything is there.
That's funny. When I want to learn something, I just ask one of you to write a blog post about it. That's how you do that. Hey, Lance, I have an idea.
Oh yeah. Oh no, Jim would be better for that.
Well, 5 heads are better than one, right?
Indeed.
Now, I saw some other questions in the live chat. If any of you want to have some more personal instruction, and we're not, doing workshops right now, but we will be in the future. We do one-on-one tutoring. So if you hop by our website, I can actually show you where that is. If you go to education and then tutoring, it gives you an opportunity to figure out what you might want to do with us and reach out and choose a person, or we can help you choose a person. that helps you best match up the things you want to learn. So outside of our blog, outside of all the videos we do, we can help you by answering your questions directly.
Yeah, I'll tell you, during this time of COVID and the lockdown, it's been, I've worked with a lot of people that have been very appreciative of just having that ability to work one-on-one. There's nothing quite like it, very direct. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, and we can customize a program to you and your needs as well. A lot of times people will contact us just for post-processing stuff, but we can do, we can set up remote sessions for night photography, give assignments and critiques. Anything, even if it's portfolio development or image reviews, project consulting, whatever whatever you're struggling with, we can help.
We've had several people who are new to the night, and they're signed up for workshops. They wanted to get leveled up a little bit before they came to the workshop. So, and that's a great way to also to think about it, is so that you're already in the third gear by the time you get to the workshop, and you're not being held back in a wonderful location,
All right. Well, geez, guys, I sure am looking forward to this busy schedule next year.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
For sure.
Except, how are we going to scout for 2022?
Yes, that is the question.
That's the challenge. Start scouting now.
That is definitely going to be a challenge.
On foot. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up. Anybody else have anything to add?
I think
No.
it was good. It was
Just
good
looking
seeing,
forward to
it was
it.
good seeing all five of us in one spot.
And not having a business meeting too, so.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Lance, if you can hold on after this.
Right.
And it was great seeing all of you guys in the chat. It was a very nice chat we had going on, and we really look forward to seeing you very soon.
Definitely.
Big hug.
Thanks,
I
everyone.
appreciate you.
All right. Good night, everybody.